What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. Hopefully we got sound. We've got some sound. I think we do. Yeah, we have sound. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to the stream. Back at it again with a little bit more of Train Sim World 3. This game by far has been something which I never thought I'd actually want to play. And during the course of the last week or so, you know, it's definitely opened up my eyes to a different perspective of simming. Now, I'm not big on trains, like I've discussed in previous streams, and I don't, like I say, I don't claim to know everything about them. But this game has taught me one thing, and it's taught me very well. In comparison to Train Sim World 2, it's definitely a breath of fresh air. Just the training center, everything like that. You know, it's absolutely great. And I've been enjoying my experience so far, to be completely honest. You know, if I had to recommend it, absolutely 100%, without a shadow of a doubt. And the fact that it's on the Games Pass as well is just the icing on top of the cake, really, isn't it? But before we get into the meat and bones of the stream, I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody that's kind of shown your support, your comments, your likes, your subscribes, all that stuff. To obviously the new subscribers as well. It is massively appreciated. I do apologise for the lack of content over the last few days. I've just generally not been well myself. But tonight I've kind of pulled myself up to speed a little bit, and hopefully we can get through this one. But without further ado, let's get stuck straight in, shall we? So I've already selected a train, and I thought to myself, instead of just randomly picking different routes and things like that, just having no real sort of structure, I was thinking of just doing all of these routes here, but in like descending order, you know, and just chip away at it bit by bit by bit by bit, and I can test out different types of weather, you know, and all that good stuff. I do like this train. In fact, it's probably the easiest train to drive, in my opinion. But you know, I mean, it's a great experience nevertheless. But how you doing, Eugene? How's it all going? Yeah, like I say, without further ado, I'm just going to get stuck straight in. So, was it Gillingham to Strood, Part 1? Let's get this started. So yeah, unfortunately, I've come down with what I think is the flu, which is great. You know, just my luck. Let's see how far we get. Right. Get started. Wait, was this the train that I was driving? That's the problem, I can't remember. It looks like it's night, yeah. Hell lights auto. We got down here wipers, horn, direction switch. Put that into forward, master key on. Oh. Power brake off. Right. Add some power and off we go. Be really nice if I could figure out where that light is. Yeah, I'm having a look. It's just Oh, not paying attention now. And so it begins. Have I completely messed this up already? There we go. Yeah, I'll have a look. I'll have a little look around in a second when I get to this point. Oh, I'm fed up of doing that. Oh, was that it? Okay. Never mind. Right, alright, okay. Can't believe that. I was expecting it to be a little bit longer than that, I must admit. Alright, to the trains. That's the one. Okay. Let's just do that one. We'll do it clear. Yeah, Eugene. Surprised me a little bit, to be honest with you. You know, by the time I managed to get everything set up and started, it just seemed like a little bit of a waste of time. But never mind. At least this one's daylight. Right, we are on forward. Day running, tail lights are on auto. That's great. Loading some passengers. Amazing stuff. Just got to get myself familiar with everything again, because it's been a little while since I've played it. Yeah, that's the only trouble. Hopefully the new microphone is good as well. Just wait a couple of minutes. VC is back down. Pretty cool. Just have a little gander around and see what I can find. Yeah, that's it, Eugene. I mean, I was meaning to. I was meaning to try another selection of trains, but I just don't have the time. With being ill and everything, it's just been too much. I mean, I wasn't going to even stream today because I'm not really feeling 100%, but I thought I got to give you guys something, you know. I know it's not the most interesting streams, but you know, I think from a beginner's perspective, it may help some people. So that's the main reason why I do it, and obviously their enjoyment for the game itself. So it's all worth it, isn't it? That's a red light there. I think I've got to stop here. I mean, it says red 3 yards, so... Oh, there we go. It's all about power control, isn't it? You know, it can be very intricate sometimes, especially with some of these trains. You know, power management is crucial. It is crucial. If you want to get the best scores and stuff, you definitely have to pay attention to what you're doing. I absolutely love it though when these trains pick up. That sound is just amazing. I wish you could get more of that though, like more of the sound effect inside the train as well. I mean, I know that you would probably end up being deaf by the end of the week if you was a train conductor or whatever, but you know, sometimes you want to listen to the raw power of it, you know. That's a little bit better with the window open. And do that one as well. I don't know if anybody else is the same, but being able to hear something whilst you're driving kind of helps you in a weird way. If you can't hear it, it doesn't feel right. At least to me it doesn't anyway. Got to give massive props to Dovetail. You know, they've done a phenomenal job. Phenomenal job. There are a few things, obviously, which could be improved upon, but I mean, for generally what it is, they've done an excellent job with it so far. It does make me wonder, though, like how or what they've got planned next, because. Will they call it Train Sim World 4? You know, that's the sort of things that I like to look into, and what would they potentially include? Because, I mean, at the end of the day, you have all these different, you know, all these different railway lines and all these different trains and stuff, but how can you generally improve upon it? You know, you can only go so far graphically. Well, Forza Horizon 5, they have gone electric car mad, and it's just... Yeah, that's it. Just the feeling of, like, raw power, so to speak. You know, I definitely struggle with that side of it. I would think and hope longer routes for the future. Yeah, I mean, that would be... That would definitely be something which quite a few people would enjoy, I guess. I mean... Maybe, just maybe, I mean, I know this is like maybe something that not many people would. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Maybe not so many people would, enjoy, but maybe being able to kind of create your own route. It doesn't need to be a real life, like railway line. It'd be cool if there was like a create your own sort of railway line mode, and you can choose the length of it, and you can choose what you're essentially doing, whether it's passengers or freight or anything like that. That'd be pretty nice. Create your own custom scenarios, and then they may be able to put like an online gallery on there where you could download other people's like created routes, and I think that would go absolutely mad, to be honest. Just given the freedom to customize and create your own railway line, essentially. Oh, I can imagine, Eugene. Yeah, I mean, just being able to create your own railway line, that would be amazing. Or create your own challenges for people to kind of participate in, As far as simulation games go, Dovetail, they do an amazing job with these trains. I mean, I can't express it enough. Honestly, it's just so lifelike. Like I say, I really like the idea of creating your own route. Now, with other simulation games, I'm not a huge fan, especially when it comes to busing, create your own routes and stuff. And I don't mind bus simulators, but I very rarely, this is the thing, I very rarely play the bus simulation games off stream. But with this, I find myself wanting to play it, it's just not having the time to, so it definitely speaks volumes for me of what this game really has taught me and done for me since I've started playing it. And it's very hard these days to come across games which kind of keep you engrossed, I mean, I'm sure we've all sat there and we've got a library full of games which we may have bought or, got free off of like subscriptions and things like that, and they're just sat there. The idea is great when they're downloading, and then when it gets to the point of where it's completed the download, you just can't be bothered to play it. With this game, it's the complete opposite for me. I love that sound. I've been thinking about trying that icebreaker challenge again, but I think, like I said, a little bit more practice in that train and I'll give it a go. I'm going to be streaming this game practically all day tomorrow. I'm going to try and jump in as much as I possibly can. Get as much of it done as I can. Be a nice little Sunday stream. But I'll definitely have to look into that, Eugene. Have a look into the work that some people have done. I've always thought about checking out some of their older titles. Slow it right down. Nicely done. Right. Oh, okay. That is a very interesting sound. Oh, we're flat, so that's okay. Passengers loaded. Get that power on. It's always visually pleasing though, isn't it? All the dials, everything like that. It can be a bit overwhelming as well. It's definitely what I found in Train Sim World 2. Straight away, just seeing all the dials and the buttons, you know, it's a bit, like I said, it's a bit overwhelming. It can kind of put you off in a way. I definitely felt that towards Flight Sim. Too many buttons everywhere, you know. You've really got to put some serious time into it to actually appreciate it for what it is. I think more so the achievement is just being able to obviously take off and land your favorite aircraft. It's no different than this, you know, I suppose, driving your favorite trains on your favorite routes. Oh yeah, absolutely, Eugene. Absolutely. I did take a look at some footage for it for the PS5. It looks really nice on the PS5. It doesn't look too bad on the Xbox either. Either way, I mean, they both look relatively the same, no matter what you play on. Absolutely, Eugene. Absolutely. That's kind of what I've been trying to focus on. Really, is just sticking to one train in particular, getting to grips with that train, and kind of just going from there. Let's get this thing slowed down. Amazing. It's a lovely time of day though, this. You know, when the sun is slowly setting, yeah, it's pretty sweet. I guess it's the visuals, you know, it's what makes everything so good. I mean, you can have good games that have poor visuals, but have really good mechanics. You know, like OMSI 2. You know, good. You know, good. Like I said, good mechanics, but the visuals can potentially let it down for a lot of people. So to try and find the balance between the two, it's not the easiest thing to do. Obviously, it takes a lot of development. So you've got to give credit where credit is due with these guys for Dovetail. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I thought about buying that game, but like I said, the only thing that really kind of lets it down for me is just how sort of like I wouldn't even go as far as saying it's arcadey. It's very well. The graphics are definitely left to the imagination, aren't they? But I mean, like I say, I've played many games, many good games, which the graphics haven't been great, you know, and I've surprised myself with it. The only thing is like nowadays, when you want simulation, you want it to look as well as run good. And I guess you could say that there's in today's world with the technology that we've got, there's no real excuse, is there? Let's be honest. but I'm thinking about bringing something new to the channel as well. I've got a few ideas. It will be sim-related, but it's just trying to cover all bases really. I mean, I do like streaming like bus simulators, like tourist bus and all that kind of stuff. But if I don't feel in it, then I find it very hard to actually show those sorts of things, because it's very easy to kind of get sidetracked with all the negative stuff, you know. Alright, let's start slowing this down. Like I say, all in all with this game, it is, you know, it's exceeded all of my expectations anyway. We'll get down in here. We'll try and stop it. Not bad. I love the fact as well as like when you actually like take the brake off, you can see the pressure gauge move. I just wish that more simulation games would take note out of Dovetail's book, you know, and improve on the gauges and things, because, you know, for instance, I mean, you imagine something like SnowRunner, you know, if all the gauges worked in SnowRunner, it would be amazing. You know, there's lots of games that I could think of where if you actually look at the gauges, they don't move, you know, and it kind of like it robs you of an experience, I guess. I mean, sometimes it's not overly important, but, you know, for me, when it comes to simulation, if there's a gauge there and it doesn't work, it's I don't know, it just robs you, doesn't it? That's what it feels like anyway. Right, to the trains. Not bad though, we've got a gold on that one. Yeah, absolutely, Eugene. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, like I say, I have come a long way from what it once was. That's for sure. You know, I mean, I remember when I first you know, show this game on the channel. You know, the amount of restarts that I had in that first little sort of like 15-20 minutes. It was just crazy. What have we got there? Slade Green Depot to Ramsgate Depot. Okay. Well, let's change the weather up, shall we? We will chuck in a little bit of snow. See what we can get. I'll put light snow in and see how that looks, because I did try the blizzard, and I think the one thing that got me more than anything was the braking distances, you know, and obviously the spinning on the tracks as well. It wasn't fun. But we'll see what we can do with this. I will change it up. I will try a different train if that's what you guys want me to do. I'm more than happy to switch it about. So we're on forward, and we will. Oh, that's the temperature. That's on auto. Stick them on day running. I think that's pretty much everything, isn't it? I can. I don't want AC temperature. Shoes up. Okay. Walks on, tail lights on, day running. Pretty sweet, ready to rock and roll, I think. Might put the wiper on. Oh, we will put that in forward. But I'm definitely getting a little bit more competent with the way that you know, I'm driving these trains. This, like I said, this train is definitely a train that I enjoy driving because it's simplistic, you know. And the one thing which I struggle with more than anything is when the braking controls are more complicated. I find that to be a bit of a pain, especially with some of these bigger trains anyway. The German trains especially, you know, there will definitely be some tutorials being watched for those, that's for sure. Like I say, massive thank you to all the new subscribers. I really appreciate you guys being here. I know it's not the most interesting thing to watch, but you know, I really enjoy playing these Train Sim World 3. I like playing with the trains and the new tracks, especially the weather as well. You know, this new snow it's really, really cool. Right, we're up to speed a little bit. You're sort of learning the gradients as well, you know, of the hills and everything, you know, especially managing your brakes when you're coming downhill as well. That can be a little bit challenging in itself, especially if you're not used to playing these sorts of games. You know, it caught me out an awful lot. Amazing stuff. That like little smoke, that little snow like trail behind the trains as well. It's really, really cool. See if we can capture it. Really, really cool. Cool. Oh. Thank goodness for that. It was red and then it went yellow. Like I say, multiplayer wouldn't do this game any harm either, I think. I mean, at least have the option, you know, like, don't have it rammed in your face sort of thing if it's not what you want to do. But given the option to have multiplayer, you know, would be really, really nice. Be a nice way to engage with other fellow train drivers as well. Alright, let's slow this down because I've got a red light coming up. You know, that is one thing which I've had to learn pretty quickly, is noticing the changing colours in lights. You know, that is something which will catch you out very, very quickly. You know, but I never thought that. I mean, I know that the railway lines are pretty hectic. You know, they're pretty intricate, and there's a lot of systems in place for obviously safe travel. But when you play something like this, it kind of gives you a little bit more of an insight as to, you know, as to what you know, as to what it's really like and what it's really all about. You give them massive credit to what they do. And I know this game has only just come out, but it would be really, really nice to see what they have planned, you know, what they've got in store for the future. Yeah. And like I say, guys, if you're watching this stream back or you're watching the stream, you know, comment down in the section below. Let me know what you guys think of this. What they could do to improve it. You know, it would be enlightening to hear. You know, and if you've got any suggestions for which trains that you want to see, you know, just let me know, and I will try and cover it as best as I can. And we got another red light. It feels like this route is designed to try and catch you out. If you're not paying attention anyway. Right, there's the light. You can see it up ahead. Ugh. Well, that's just typical, isn't it? You know, you get to the light and then it changes as you've slowed right down. Try and build up a little bit of speed. Did slam it down, but obviously it being snow, you've got to watch out because it slips on the old rails. I think we're going to be okay for the most part. If you're still here, Eugene, do you play any of the any first-person shooters? What do you think? What do you think to the new one? I've completely messed this up. This red light. Unless it lets me slam on the brakes like real quick. Might have to hit the emergency. Oh no. God, as it changes, ridiculous. It's not good, is it? Just as I was saying, I was getting used to these trains. No, no, no. Insurgency Sandstorm is a completely different game. I tried to stream that earlier, but I just felt like stupidly ill. I couldn't focus properly. But no, it's they've remade Modern Warfare 2. I don't even know how many Call of Duties there are anymore, to be honest with you. I mean, you're probably getting up in sort of like the high teens, I would say. Yeah, I completely agree with you. I don't think it's out until like October anyway, but it is very wishy-washy, rinse repeat, isn't it now? And I'm still waiting to hear a little bit more about Tourist Bus as well. But I think the fact of the reality is I don't think we're actually going to get anywhere with that game. The new construction simulator doesn't look too bad though. I think they've got a like a food van simulator now as well, or a food truck sim, whatever it's called. But I definitely want to get back into a few more simulation games. Euro Truck being one of them. You know, I streamed it earlier on today, and you know, it was nice to just be able to drive. Yeah, it's always the same though, isn't it, Eugene? It's always the same. But in hindsight to that, at least then if those YouTubers show it and you can kind of get a general idea of whether you would want to buy it or not. But the problem is, I find with a lot of those games is that they're so like niche in their own way that I think once you've chucked a couple hours into it, it's just the same old stuff. You know, you get bored, and sometimes I find more enjoyment watching people play those types of games rather than, you know, playing them myself. Right, let's see. I've still got a little ways to go. 4.7 miles. Got less than 10 minutes to get there. Just keep an eye on the speed, keep an eye on the signs. Make sure I don't speed. Yeah, House Flipper. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't really know how I feel about that game. I guess it was just one of those games that, you know, you play it for a little bit, and then you kind of, by the time you get like a couple hours into it, you kind of realise that you've done everything, and the whole premise of the game becomes a little bit boring. You know, when that happens, it's kind of hard to play it. But I think as well, I'm definitely gonna set up a Farming Sim 22 server. It may not be dedicated, but what I'll end up doing is probably hosting it one night for a stream, and then kind of just leaving it open. I probably won't, like I said, I probably won't download any mods for it, just so that people don't have to download stuff before they can, you know, join in. We'll just try and all muck in together with the base equipment and see how far we get. You know, I think that would be pretty cool. Obviously pick a direction of how we want to do it. You know, I think it could be pretty interesting. You know, whether we do what you suggested, Eugene, with the wood, you know, you know, I'm sure there'll be a couple of options. I mean, the good thing about Farm Sim is that you don't have to actually, you don't have to buy the equipment. You can just rent it, can't you? You can lease it out. Yeah, no worries, Eugene. Yeah, no, we'll get that done. We'll get it done. Maybe tomorrow. I'll get it all fired up and sorted out. We can kind of just go from there. I think that would probably be the best bet. Kind of spice it up a bit, because as much as I like playing, you know, train sim and all that sort of stuff, it is nice to have a bit of a variety. Oh yeah, we can download a modded map. Yeah, the modded map is not the map isn't the problem. I think it's when we start kind of like downloading mods and going past like the storage capacity, you know, people can't play. And I find as well with mods in multiplayer, it can cause lag and all different kinds of stuff, and you know, the interaction symbols and things don't work properly, and you know what I mean. It's just, it can be a little bit of a headache. Whoa, I took that corner a little bit too sharp. Really wasn't paying attention then. Never mind. Reminded me of that icebreaker challenge that I did, where I just completely, I just went all complacent and ended up derailing. Fun times. But yeah, Eugene, if you definitely want to do that, and anybody else that, you know, may want to participate, you know, we'll get it done. We'll spend some decent time on it. We'll see how far we get. But if you chat to me on the Discord, Eugene, we can you can let me know which map you wanna play on, and then I'll download it and get it all set up and prepared. But like I say, the one decent thing which I love about this game more than anything is the fact that you could just switch off. And I don't mean like completely switch off. I mean it's really relaxing just to be able to drive these trains and do these routes. You know, it's not for everybody, and I didn't think it was going to be for me, to be completely honest, but you know, here we are. No worries, Eugene. Wait until... Oh, that's not too bad. But yeah, like I say, I have a lot of ideas for Farm Sim, and it's something that I've wanted to get back into for a little while now. I mean, obviously I've progressed quite, obviously experiencing it through the PC side of it would be a darn sight better, I would imagine. Sometimes it's nice just to stop and have a look. All the snow on the windows. They look like they're smashed. It's weird though, because those windows aren't covered in snow, but those windows are. Definitely played a game like this before. You know, I can sit here and, you know, firmly say that absolutely. I mean, even if it's not your sort of thing, you know, I think it's definitely going to be worth just giving a go anyway. Especially if you have, you know, have the games pass and everything. You know, it'd be a shame not to. My opinion. Alright, we're nearly ready to go, I think. Why is it telling me to wait again? I mean, I've just waited, haven't I? Let's get a little bit closer to the light, I suppose. I mean, to sit here and wait a little bit and then it asks me to wait another 4 minutes. You know, it's definitely a bit of a pain, but... you know, if that's what the game wants me to do, I shall do it. Let's turn that wiper off. It's not really necessary anymore. What do these buttons do? Emergency call. Hazard lights. Wiper. It's pretty sweet. Uncouple. I'll do that. That's door release for that side. Emergency brake. What's that down there? Vigilance pedal. We've got TPWS train stop override. What's that for? Traction sand, okay. DRA. What else we got? Shoes down, shoes up. Anything over there? Doesn't look like it. It's a shame that was in a window as well, like you could undo. That would be pretty sweet. Forward and all that kind of stuff. I mean, like I say, this is a pretty basic train, isn't it? You know, but they've done a really nice job with it. Got all these at the back as well. You can't press any of those. Let's just sit here and wait, I suppose. I think it's moments like this in this game where they could definitely do with something something a little bit extra, because to make me wait once and then to make me wait again, you know, it would be really nice if there was a, you know, something a little bit extra added into the mix, so you didn't have to you know, sit here and just contemplate what button to press that you shouldn't press. You know. We're nearly there. Hopefully that light changes. Amazing. Oh, spinning on the tracks again. I keep forgetting that because of the snow. It always catches you out. But all in all, like I said, I think the multiplayer element would be a really nice addition. I think maybe like Eugene said, maybe a few more like longer routes in the future. I think it would also be really nice to see like a creator package You know, I think that would do this game really, really well. You know, just be able to customize and do a few different bits and pieces, you know. Create your own, you know, your own custom scenarios. Would definitely go a long way. But I will say this, and I said it for the previous game as well. Maybe like a little bit more of a progression system. Maybe you know, obtaining different licenses or doing different courses in order to be able to drive specific trains. I know a lot of people would probably disagree, but for what it is, you know, it would definitely add to the list of things to do. You know, and by all means, you haven't necessarily got to, you know, do these things. It'd just be nice if there was some form of option. Because I'm sure that most of the people that play this like 24/7, I'm sure that they hit a wall at some point. You know, of driving the same routes, the same trains constantly. I would imagine it gets pretty dry pretty quickly for people that are obviously used to driving these trains and are used to driving these routes, because they've just transferred them over, haven't they? So essentially we're playing a much more polished, refined version of Train Sim World 2, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But I suppose for the enthusiastic people, you know, it's definitely something which, you know, definitely something which I'm sure they would like to see improved upon. Right, what have we got? Red light, 300 yards, we can deal with that. I think. Nice little stop there. I don't think I've ever actually done a route yet that's had as many stops as this one. Or should I say red lights, anyway. I did also hear as well that there was a few issues in Train Sim World 2, and I think there's some issues with this one as well, where people are getting stuck at lights, they're not changing. I don't know, I can't say that I've experienced that myself yet, but hopefully I don't. Okay, that's just turned yellow, so we're all good there. Like I say, if you do like this sort of content, maybe consider liking, subscribing, turn that bell notification on. You know, like I say, I cover a lot of simulation games, and there will be plenty more to come on the channel. You know, it's just trying to find time for them all. There's so many out there to choose from. It's what do you play and when do you play it, you know? We're finally getting up to a little bit more speed. I mean, just look at that. Do you think that's because a lot of the stuff Eugene has been almost essentially copied and pasted, and because that's happened, a lot of the existing bugs in previous games have come over as well? Yeah, I was just noticed it's very quiet for a Saturday, but I'm sure a lot of people are out having a good time. Come on, slow down. Whoa, that was dangerously close. But yeah, I think we're right. I think the whole copy and pasting that they've done, it's definitely brought over a lot of existing issues, which I'm sure a lot of people would have hoped to have been resolved. It doesn't take away from the fact that it's a good game, because it is genuinely a good game, but you know, it's stuff like that which when you do get newer titles, you kind of expect those key issues which have been addressed for a considerable amount of time to be addressed, you know, and fixed before, you know, new title gets released. But it's never usually the case, is it? You know, this is what I say to people about Fernbus coming from, you know, PC to console, another port. You know, it's all copy and paste, and I mean, a lot of people are expecting very different a very different situation, but unfortunately it's very much the same scenario, isn't it? I do apologise if my voice sounds a bit strange as well, because I've I've unfortunately got the flu. What's your favourite train to drive then, Eugene? What's your favourite route as well? The nearest German train, ICE 30, and the nearest German route, 100. Ah, okay. Well, I'm all up for that if it drives itself. Yeah, it'll all come with time. It'll all come with time. It's the beauty of it, isn't it? It's not a race. You just enjoy it for what it is, and like I say, I'm definitely enjoying this game for what it is, 100%. ICE 3. I'll definitely have a look into that, 100%. It's definitely nice to be able to just drive for a little bit now without having to worry about stopping for red lights. You know, I say that as a red light is now appearing. I'll give it some brakes now. Nicely done. But the game has a timetable to suit your mood, e.g. a quick 20 to 30 minutes or an hour. Yeah. Well, I don't actually know how long this route is. I mean, I am enjoying it, don't get me wrong, but I'm definitely starting to feel the fatigue and the, you know, the flu kicking my ass. Come on, light, change for me. You know you want to. But that is the general beauty about it. You know, this game offers so much. You know, the fact that you know, the fact that it's free to play through the Games Pass as well. You know, they've definitely made the right choice by doing that. I'm just curious as to how many people actually like consider purchasing the game after playing it through the Games Pass. Got some bell chimes. It's pretty sweet. Let's give it some power. When you choose the estimated time, it's on the right hand side. Oh, okay. I'll definitely take that into consideration next time. Oh, look down at the floor. The AI are absolutely crazy on this. They just don't seem to care, do they? Yeah, you get a train travelling through the station at over 80 miles an hour, and they're stood like on the wrong side of the yellow line, you know. Not many people will really care about that, but you know, it's part of it. I mean, if anything, if you're gonna make a train simulator, at least kind of push train safety at the same time, you know. Let's just stand on the other side of the yellow line with our, you know, our umbrella open or something. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, exactly, Eugene, exactly. Another red light. I wouldn't like to be the person that has to constantly change these bulbs in these lights, or these LEDs in these lights, should I say. I mean, they probably last for a little while, but you imagine the amount of, like, the length of the lines that go up and down the country. Yeah, it's crazy management. I wouldn't want to be that person, you know? How many... we're not that far away. 820 yards away from the Feversham platform 3. But of course, another red light. They got their washing out. Where have they got their washing out? They're not realised that it's snowing? My oh my. All depends on the pay. Drivers are reimbursed. Yeah, I can imagine they are. I can imagine they are. I mean, if the money's right, you know. Frozen boyfriends. Yeah. I mean, it definitely adds. I understand that, you know, the reasons why you have to stop, but I mean, at least kind of give you some sort of indicator as to like how long it's going to take. There's like there would be some form of communication, I would imagine. Oh, it's probably asking for a little bit too much, but you know, it'd be really cool if they did focus on that as well. Should put the brake on. So I've noticed, like, if you're in the realms of like 30 miles an hour before you touch the station, you know, that's quite a nice little speed to kind of enter the station at. Definitely a little bit more manageable when it comes to braking, anyway. Oh my.
Is a safety announcement. Due to today's inclement weather, please take extra care whilst on the station. Surfaces may be slippery.
So they put out an announcement saying that the surfaces may be slippery, but it's completely besides the completely defeats the object if people aren't standing behind the yellow line. You know, then they may as well just stand on the track. That's definitely what it seems like, anyway. God, oh, wow. I guess this is kind of a good opportunity just to get out and have a nose around, I suppose. I mean, there's not really much to see, is there? You've got your general signs. Oh, they look happy. Probably thinking, what's going on? Building a bigger, better railway. Do these work? Oh wow, they do as well. How cool is that? I mean, I don't think I'm actually boarding passengers. At least that's not what it says anyway. Shall I just open the door and see if they get on? That's pretty cool anyway. Oh, it was open. It's nice to see that that sign worked, though, saying that the train was on time. It's pretty sweet. What's we got in here? Nothing, just a passenger window. Just have a general nosebout. They've definitely done a really good job with the interiors of these trains as well. Yeah, it's a shame that you don't actually get to see the majority of it. I suppose it's all the same anyway, but you know, at least they've thought about it. blind. I think what they're missing is a radio. Having a radio would be pretty sweet. Well, there we are. I mean, it literally just made me wait that long just to finish the route. I mean, I guess it's part and parcel of the game. I guess we didn't do too badly. I mean, it was definitely an enjoyable experience. Anyway, return back to the main menu. Like I say, there's different routes and things like that. You can go on any train as passenger if you choose a station and start on foot. Oh. That's pretty sweet. I mean, I guess if you want to, experience it from that perspective, at least there's the option, and that's not something that many games give you. Excuse me. But yeah, guys, like I say, I think I'm going to wrap the stream up for Train Sim World. I appreciate you all coming in. I hope you liked the video anyway. Bit of a slow pace stream tonight. But nevertheless, I appreciate you coming in anyway. We will be back again tomorrow. Like I say, we do have a Discord. If you want to join it, let me know. The link will be in the description. But until next time, guys, like I say, take it easy, stay safe, enjoy the rest of your evenings, and I will catch you all in the next one.